Hello, it's supposed to get up to, oh, well, let me tell you first, it's January 30th, 2025. Today is Books and Brews. Tonight, we're reading Bright Young Women. Have any of y'all read that book? Okay, so here's the temperature. Looks like -4 Celsius, about 30 Fahrenheit. It's kind of hard to read that because it's foggy. I do have the beans. Did I tell you I made a whole pot? There was 2 bags of beans my partner bought. And I made the whole pot because I thought it would be easier that way. And then I put them in little Tupperwares in the freezer. And, oh, I forgot to tell you, it's about 5 to 9. And so I just take out the little Tupperwares and they're ready to come out. Look at them. I don't know if I have this on the right setting because the lighting looks a bit off. So there's my compost. So I put my food scraps in a bucket and then put the bucket in the refrigerator, and then when the bucket gets full, I bring it out and dump it in the compost. So here's my little chickies, Henrietta and Molly and Dolly. I gotta thank Mila again for naming the chicks. Kick, 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 kick. I forgot to make my noise. I forgot to reload the trap. If you notice, the door is closed. Well, I closed it. I don't know if you remember. When the chickens got caught in it, or maybe I was afraid the chickens would get caught. I think that's what it was. Because I've had chickens get caught in the live trap. So I closed it, and then I forgot to set it. So, what's our question of the day going to be? What book are you reading? Or do you belong to a book club? Yeah, our book club, the book club is run through the library. And yes, I say library deal. Run through the library. Let me get these. I got a couple puzzles up here. I want to put them in with the other puzzles. These ones I haven't done yet. Yep. So they go in with the puzzles that I haven't done yet. My big puzzle. So up until this current, I would say it's probably been going on 3 years. The book club. And we meet up at the local restaurant. I think it's every 3rd Thursday of the month. And everybody would read their own book. Well, I think what happened was they tried book clubs before with specific books, and it just didn't work out. But these were like smaller book clubs that were during the day, mostly when people worked. I don't know how they chose. I think they just chose like the modern books, which I don't know. I kind of like digging out some of the old stuff, but not the old stuff. I am not into classics. They are boring. But I mean something from like the 70s, 80s, 90s. I don't really like just doing modern books. Well, anyways, I never joined any of them clubs because whatever the book would be, I would not be interested. Yeah. So let me give them some of this. Their layer mash. If I can find, I gotta get a bowl. So I think the book clubs they had been having just kind of fizzled out. Less and less people showed up till it just like was non-existent. So, oh, there's a smaller bowl. Then they one day decided to do this. Everybody would read their own book and then they tell about it. I'm sorry, I don't want to listen to people drone on about the book. Like some people, first thing I just would say, what I like to do is like, say what you read since the last meeting, and then go on with what you're currently reading. And then, I mean, just say the name of the books, maybe the authors. And then if anybody has any questions, like, oh, that one sounds interesting, what's that about? Then tell them. Don't sit there for babble on for 10 minutes about this book. Because people aren't going to read it. You know, 1 out of every 20 books somebody else will read. And it'll be like one other person will read it just on the basis that one of the other people are. And then another thing is like, they would always have glowing reports about the books. I swear they would read Mein Kampf and find something to compliment, or just have all compliments about it. And come on, these books aren't all good, and some of them I read and they were not good. I mean, just because somebody wrote a book and just because you read a book, it doesn't make you a better person for reading. It doesn't make them a better person for writing a book. You know, some people, their books are boring, or they're misogynistic, or they're racist. You know, they have racist stuff in there. Or it's just not interesting. And anyway, so I mean, sometimes we'd go on for like 2 hours, and I'm like, I don't want to be in a book club for 2 hours. I mean, hour max. But, you know, some people read more books. And then another thing is like, I would feel like these people would never admit to reading stuff like romance or young adult or something like that. And it seemed to me like they were being kind of like, oh, well, that's like frivolous reading. Well, how is that frivolous reading but what you're reading, like you're, you know, Dracula or whatever? How is that serious reading? Or like a biography of somebody. How is that serious reading compared to what I'm, you know, my romance novel? And I don't really read romances. I did read a couple. But I did. I would tell them, you know, hey, it's a romance. You know, it's a book. I read it. This is a book club. So I just never really, I just kind of got, And then one time somebody said something really racist there. And I just like, the person who was hosting it said something really racist. And so I just like, yeah, I'm not going to this anymore. And I think maybe I showed up one other time after that person had left. So, anyways, try not to complain on this channel. I'm trying to keep it light. And now I'm just bringing everybody down. So I'm going to keep it on the lighter side now. But look at them go at that mash. But look how much they waste. Look at how messy of eaters they are. Yeah, I don't know why they like that mash so much. I don't know what's in there besides, or maybe it's maybe it's just that it's so small. You know, it's easier for them to eat. Or whatever they do. They don't have teeth. I don't know. Do they eat? Oh, there we go. Sorry about that. A little off. See, she's trying to scratch. You see that? Well, anyways, after my rant of the day, sorry about bringing you down like that. I'll try to make it lighter tomorrow. I feel bad about that. So anyways, I guess I'll talk to you later. The question of the day again. What was the question of the day? Oh, what are you reading and do you belong to a book club? And is your book club more structured or is it more like just read what you want to read and come and tell us about it at the next meeting? Okay, I'll talk to you later.